Next up, we have Alec Pritchard. Give it up.
No arguments on abortion here, bro. None at all. No notes. Dude, I'm so pro-abortion, I don't use condoms. You know what I mean? I love that, dude. That's a great bit. We're fucked, man. We're so done. We're so absolutely done, man. Also, love it. Thank you for taking 10 minutes, like, remind us of our mortality. I wish more people did that at comedy shows. I wish more people did 10 minutes, like, you're gonna die, dude. That's fucking... That's big dick energy right there. That's fucking swinging dick. I wish I had that, dude. I wish I had BDE, man. I feel like I got more SHE, like second husband energy. Like, I look like I'll fuck you better than your ex, but then I'll go downstairs and make his kids breakfast. You know, like... And they suck, they're loud, they don't respect me. Oh man, dude, it's fun, I guess that it's fun. I say that, but like great sex, I cramped up fucking the other day, actually. And this is part of getting old that sucks. I cramped up fucking yesterday. I still have that cramp, you understand? It feels like there's a Jenga block in my calf right now, dude. It's absolute bullshit. Fuck my parents, fuck anyone who's like, oh, the world opens up for you when you're 30. That's not true at all, dude. I cramped in missionary and I still have depression. This isn't fun, you know? I used to be hot. Dude, I did, dude. I used to be hot. Now I look like I live off like light beer and Celsius. Probably because I do. But you know, that's probably the main contributing factor to it. It's just, I thought I'd have a second act, you know? What we all expected from Mike Tyson, I expected of myself. You know, like, we let each other down, I think, is what happened, dude. I believed in Mike, man. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Mike's gonna kick Jake Paul's ass. We're all gonna see him kick Jake Paul's ass. Then we just saw Mike's ass. We just saw his ass, dude. I thought he'd tear it up, dude. I thought he'd be like Eagles Mike Vick, dude. Who remembers the Eagles Mike Vick?
Yes.
Dude. For those of you who don't know, Eagles Mike Vick, NFL quarterback, went to jail for fighting dogs. He came out, he was a dog, dude. He was so good, dude. Eagles Mike Vick was so good, my mom forgave him. Do you understand? She was like, yo, she saw him roll out. She wanted to be like Mike, all right? She like, my sister was a total buzzkill. She'd always be like, hey, you know that guy like fought dogs, right? She's like, oh, he did his time. He did his time. For a white woman to say that, he did his time, that's insane, dude. She was mimicking him, dude. She wanted to do everything he did. She was like rolling out lefty in the backyard. She was kicking our dog. She had a good time, dude. Eagles Mike Vick. Oh, man. Not a good segue. If you read audiobooks, eat shit and die. Fuck you guys, audiobooks. Reading makes you smart. You're not reading, okay? Listening to Harry Potter for the 5th time in your 30s does not make you smart, okay? That makes you a child, all right? You need to do what I do. You need to listen to alcoholics fight about the legacy of Dan Marino every weekday. It's called a podcast, like an adult, okay? Like an adult, dude. Oh, I just can't do it because I'm a slow reader. Okay, so you're stupid. That's what I mean. Thank you for telling everybody. See that thing where you learn information and store it? You do that worse than everyone else? I got bad news for you. I got really bad news for you. And I think that we need to talk about this. And it's not an uncomfortable topic because we like to shit on how dumb the average American is, right? We all love to shit on how dumb the average American is. 50% of this room is dumber than that, okay? I guess it'd be the median American, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't expect you guys to know that. So that's the average American. And I think we need to start being real clear about who these people are. Got a couple tests for it. Test number 1. Did you laugh at that median American joke? Not bad news for you. Test 2. Have you ever quoted a Snapple fact? Did you know the meerkats? I don't give a shit, okay? I don't know everything about the mysteries of the universe, but I can guarantee you one thing: they are not flavored kiwi, strawberry, and diabetes. All right, they're not. That's not where they're keeping the good ones. Someday I'll have more for that joke, but I'm a slow writer. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I'll just say what happened today, dude. My friend and I went to like an open house, and I think the realtors thought we were gay. And his answers did not help. Like, my friend's vague responses did not encourage us at all. They were like, are you getting the house together or just him? And he'd be like, oh, he's getting the house, he's got a new job, he's got landlord trouble. So new job? Are you my trophy husband? Like, what are you trying to set yourself up with right now? Like a little retirement package? That's it, dude. That's the guy. Your vague answers made me look gay. I am unfortunately straight. I'm unfortunately straight and single. Dude, if I were straight, my career would be going great right now, dude. I do a lot of work in bowling alleys. I'm single right now, unfortunately. I was in a long-term situationship, and she broke up with me the day before Valentine's Day. 3 years with her. And I know every woman here tuned out when I said situationship. I understand. Everyone's now really mad at me. Everyone thinks it's my fault, right? They hear you don't want to be in a relationship, they think it's the guy's fault. Women, I hate to do this. Little accountability goes a long way. A long way, dude. Because she wanted to be together, and I really loved her. I wanted to be with this girl, she was my best friend. But, she didn't do the work that she needed to do, right? And she was always so obsessive. She always like, why don't you want to be with me? I love you so much, we spend all our time together. Why don't you want to date me? And then I would say, stop hitting me when you're drunk. And, just the little things like that. Love, dude. Domestic violence is funny. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. Anyone who's like, there's no excuse for domestic violence, you've done something way worse or you've never been in love. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me right now, you're looking at the love of your life, and you're going to let them walk all over you or walk out the door and you just bop her real quick? Come on. No. You just got to sometimes. Twist it, bop it, deny it. Don't do that, actually. Don't, yeah. We'll keep the no segue thing going. I fucked up my New Year's resolution bad, dude. I broke down. I asked a tall person if they used to play basketball. I did. We need to stop doing that. If you guys could help me with that, because we need to stop asking tall people if they play basketball, because they're starting to think they still can, and it's annoying. I had a guy. He's an open micer, so he used to go around the mics a lot. And I didn't see him for a while, for a few months, and I see him post on his story on Instagram, and he's in a community college gym. And he's like, my journey to the league starts today. It's like, bro, you're 30. Sure, there's people your age right now in the league all thinking about retirement, at least a little bit, dude. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen for you, and he's not the only one. Are you guys TikTok feeds also just a bunch of people who are like, here's a day in the life of a guy trying to make the league? He's like, I wake up at 6 a.m., I make my kids breakfast, you're done, dude, you're done. Kids, dude. Kids, you don't have time to sleep. What are you gonna dream? It's not for you anymore. You got a couple options. You can go to YMCA, get run out by high schoolers, that's an option for you. You could coach, you could teach your kids to be shitty at basketball. You can go do that. But I know you're gonna be shitty at basketball because you're 6'7", you can go D1. You're the one white guy who doesn't need a jump shot, you're an asshole. Okay? That's really what you are, bro. I was the best player in my high school. You went to Van Nuys High. I don't want to hear it. Your point guard was named Diego. He was 4'11". Okay, I don't want to. It was a Miss Grossford for being the ball. I'm sorry for the negativity. There's good things happening in the world. There was a ceasefire in Gaza that every comedian is not touching for some reason. The ceasefire in Gaza, I think, is a huge deal. We can clap for it, Jerome. Yeah, we did it, you guys. We did it. We did it. Everything you guys post on Instagram, all your jokes, open mics, you're heroes. You're heroes. We saved the world, you guys. And good, just in time, because I was over it. I was sick of the whole thing, because it's a complicated issue, like the Middle East, right? Because on one hand, horrible human rights abuse is happening in Gaza every single day. On the other hand, I'd love to make the stand-up thing work, So every people come up to me and they're like, how do you feel about it? And I just had to be like, I don't know, but it's Gaza, stop. It's Gaza. It's Gaza, stop. Not a bad time to say I still listen to Kanye. I do, stop. I still like Kanye. And I don't want to get paid for it, so I stream him on Spotify. I don't support the man. I'm not a monster. But the way I see it, people always separate the art from the artist. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, in my opinion, greatest album of all time. What Kanye said, not the top 10 worst things I've heard in an open mic this week, right? So, you just gotta do it. It's that culture of separating the art from the artist. And, we do that. Don't say we don't do that, right? If you think we don't do that, why is Michael Jackson's legacy complicated, right? Because he's that good of an artist. That's really what it is. His art is so good that we turn a blind eye to what he does as a person. And we're always running that calculus in our head every single day. You guys don't think it, but subconsciously you're like, wow, dude, Thriller, Beat It, those are touching kids good. And R. Kelly's in jail, because Bump and Grind isn't, you know? It's not, dude, that's the thing. Fucking Man in the Mirror, dude, that is fucking kids good. Trapped in the closet, not peeing on them good, you know? It's not. I don't care how long it is. It's not. It's not. And I know we do that math all the time. And what's the end part of that? There's something we offload from that. It's not important. Oh, well. I am going to say, this is probably my favorite quinceanera I've done comedy in. This is probably I think my coke dealer's dead. Someone brought, I think he's dead, dude. Last time I saw him, he was rolling around with a bottle of Flonase, and that's the end, right? It ends at that point, and I miss him, dude. He was a good coke dealer. He was white and called me the N-word, though, which was weird. Didn't love that, you know? And you guys know the expression crime pays? Where was his car? Like, how do I had an Uber into my house like he was an ex-girlfriend, you know? Like, every time he would show up and he'd be like, yo, is this Whiplash? I fucking love this movie. And he'd take a seat on my couch. And then it would take him 20 minutes to leave because that's how long it takes an Uber to pick up in Reseda. It's awful. Here's a litmus test. Here's how you know if you're cute, is you've been offered coke in LA. That's how it works. If no one's ever offered you cocaine, you're unfuckable. That's the moral of the story, dude. That's like how you can figure out where you stand in this LA hierarchy. Case in point, dude, you guys remember the Birds in Hollywood? Like Birds in Hollywood, like the wing restaurant and stuff?
Ooh, yeah.
Did they let you guys out? This wasn't very enthusiastic. Yeah. So I went to the Birds in Hollywood with a friend, and we had very different experiences in the bathroom over the Birds Hollywood, right? So she had to go to the bathroom, and she was knocking on the door because she's someone who was taking forever, right? She was taking like the rest of her life in that bathroom. My friend was hammering on the door, and she's like, hey, I need to get in. And she's like, hey, hold up, I'm sorry, I'm just doing drugs in here. My friend was like, you're right, I am sorry, my bad, right? Like at that point, you're intruding into someone's life. And she was so polite, so she was like, hey, do you want to come in and have some? She's like, oh, of course, right? So she comes in, girl's name is Penny, she's from New York, all the hits. And so they're just doing they're railing coke, and another girl walks in. And they have this moment where they like boost each other up on the walls. They have a little caper. They're up on the sides like the bathroom walls, they're holding each other up. She made a friend. They had like a woman bonding moment. I think that's beautiful, you guys. I go into the Hollywood Birds bathroom, I find out there's no door on the stall, and I look a grown man in the eye. That's what I do. That's not fair at all, dude. She gets sister with the traveling pants, I get Saw. That's not okay. I get Animal Planet, he's just looking at me like, you guys know what a dog shits? He looks like that. Like he was shaking and sweaty, and he was shaking, and he like, well, you know, they look at you, and they're like, don't look at me, but don't leave. You're like, don't leave me, don't go anywhere, but like to the side, right? And I left. That's the only thing I could do recently. I took a piss about a eye level, and I walked out the door. It was tough, you know? I had to. It's the only option. The one thing I'm not going to riff on that another comic did is the pedophile stuff. I refuse to do it, you guys. I'm not going to do it because I live by a school and I ain't messing that up, okay? Moving to LA sucks, dude. Like, you guys trying to rent a U-Haul in the Valley, that price, another crime. I'm not playing that. I do. I live by a school called Locrance. I don't know if you guys know, it's way on Reseda. It's built specifically for the physically disabled, right? No. So there's a lot of sick ramps to skate. And it also means, it also means it's one of the safest schools in LA because there's no gang violence, you guys. How could there be? There's no Bloods. They're all Crips. They're all Crips. I like that one too. That's like a personal favorite, to be honest. I work that in every chance I get. Do you know we're allowed to bet on the Special Olympics now? Like, you can go on Bovada, you can place a parlay on the Special Olympics right now. That's a real thing. That's fucked up, dude, right? Because, like, imagine that from the athlete's perspective. Imagine you're an underdog at the Special Olympics. And also, who set those lines, right? Like, who watched tape and was like, that's a syndrome, that's a palsy, plus 800? Like, who? That's evil, bro. It's 2025. You gotta make evil work for you. So I got some advice. You hear palsy, you hear disorder, under. I hit the under. It's just the way it is. Syndrome, on the other hand, dude. Syndrome, I'm hitting that over. I'm taking over every time on Syndrome, dude. Syndromes are quiet powerhouses, dude. They don't look like it. Syndromes can like just clean and press 350. The smile on their face, they go hug their trainer, who's always their dad for some reason. You know? Put a couple of Syndromes together, you pay your rent, you know? I thought that's what special bets were, to be honest. I thought that specials, exotics, I thought that's what it was. No, it's just like the coin toss. It's dumb. It's not fun at all, you know? I wanted to throw some exotic bets, dude. I want to throw some exotic bets. Like, over or under on Deshaun Watson allegations. You know what I mean? Like 29.5. I should be able to bet on that, dude. I should be able to bet on if Aaron Rodgers comes out as gay this year. Like, that's like, I want to throw out stuff like that, dude. I want to be sitting at every press conference like, here we go, dude. This is where my money's made. I know, it's horrible. Alright, there's the betting one. We crossed off that one. Let's see. AIDS. No, I said I just said AIDS is on my mind a lot because I went to Arizona. You know what I mean? Like, AIDS is a horrible place, dude. Arizona sucks. Like, I had to drive there for a music festival, and I'm not a religious person, but like, when I'm in California, I look at the scenery, like, that's a reminder that God loves us, you know? And then you go to Arizona, and that's a warning that he hates them. Arizona's fucking terrible, dude. And like, I was driving through it, and right when you get to Arizona, there's a big sign, and it's like, in God's image, man and woman. And it's like, all right, asshole, I get it. But like, the sign is directly over a trailer park, and you're like, these are the specimens? Like, these are what we're talking about? Like, you think God, in his infinite wisdom, would be like, oh, right, teeth. You know, like, they need teeth. I think that's good. I drove through Blythe, dude. Blythe is the end of the world, dude. If hell's in California, it's in Blythe. You ever driven through a town and you're like, I know these people got STDs, but like old ones, you know? Like I don't even think they have AIDS yet, but the clap is tearing these people up. They're messed up right now. There's one thing I know about AIDS. It's that it makes you good at basketball. People are like, because of Magic Johnson? Yes, because of Magic Johnson. Obviously, because of Magic Johnson. Dude came back after being retired for 3 years. He was 40 years old and fat, okay? He's not supposed to average 14 and 7. That's the AIDS, okay? That's the AIDS, dude. He came back with an old man game, backing people down the post. No one wanted to touch him, you know? Magic Johnson starts backing you down. You're like, you know what, dude? Just take it. We'll get him on the other end, dude. I don't care. Just catching the post and get slutty on Dave Robinson, bro. The Admiral, man. For the Admiral, he wasn't a Rex. Thank you for your service, bro. I know. There's a lot of Lakers fans in here. LA is such a horrible sports town, dude. You guys are spoiled. Like, I grew up with the Sacramento Kings. Like, I grew up with a shitty basketball team, dude. And shitty sports teams make you a better boyfriend, right? Like, they do. Like, ladies, not to brag, but like, I've watched a group of men for a decade and a half, and they have not satisfied me once. I haven't gone anywhere, you know? Got me locked down, dude. I watched these dudes make my grandma cry. I still wear their hoodie, you know? Like, I'm telling you, dude. If he's a fan of the Warriors, he's never loved you, right? If he's a fan of the Lakers, he's cheating. Fan of the Heat, he's Cuban, so both. You know? Paddington. Who said Paddington, dude? Here's the thing I don't get with Paddington. Last time he was in Berlin, now he's in Peru. We're at least ready to have the conversation that Paddington's a Nazi? Are we ready to talk about it? What's next, dude? Paddington works for NASA. Paddington buys Dogecoin. Like, Paddington's fucked up, man. Let's see. What else do we got? You want to do like a coming of age one? Because I'm pushing 30, and I'm starting to have some realizations about myself. Not just that like I'm not an athlete anymore. Just by the way, does anyone think their life would be better if they were faster? And every guy here, if I was just a little bit faster, I mean, it doesn't matter. But as I turn 30, it's such a milestone that you like learn some things about yourself, right? Yeah. Like as an adult, you kind of like take stock of what's going on, and some of them you're not entirely proud of. Like one thing I learned about myself is like I'm almost 30. I'll still fuck an 18-year-old. I'll do it. Hey, don't go quiet on me. I said fuck, not date. Okay, I'm not a creep. I just want to be in. I'm not around him. I'm not disgusting, dude. I can't be around him, dude. I'm not that place in my life. I don't want to hear about how your roommate Michaela drinks too much Fireball and tries to steal your boyfriend. I'm not that place in my life. But the place in my life where I'm trying to emotionally manipulate you in an anal or threesome. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. Preferably with Michaela. She seems like a sweet girl. That's not the real reason I'm being a dick. I just can't sit through another graduation. That's what it is. Graduation sucked, dude. I get it. You have to be there for them. It's a big special moment. But now I'm sitting around in a metal folding chair in June. That's insane. That's what. And they're like, oh, if you do this, you'll remember it the rest of your life. Yeah, so do people who get waterboarded. It does not mean Spot's experience. I'll leave you guys with 2 quick hitters here. Just, I see my time. All plays are gay. If your play were straight, it'd be a movie, right? And I'll leave you with this. Denny's, if you think about it, just Waffle House with a white dad. IHOP a little bit different. All white, ain't no dad. Ain't no dad in IHOP, dude. What they got going on with their syrups, that's single mom stuff with the IHOP syrups, dude. Blueberry, low-fat strawberry, I don't care what it is, just fucking eat it, man. I gotta get my second job as a nurse. All right, this has been fun. We didn't, we front-loaded it, but that's okay. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Give it up for yourselves.